Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. In today's video, we're going to be going over the Season 5 changes, mainly what leagues they're going to be and what Pokemon to look out for in those leagues. So first of all, Season 5 is going to be very different from all the previous seasons. There will be no ELO, and the season will only be 3 weeks long. Those 3 weeks will be covered by only Great League battles, and the cups that will be used or being done in that league are going to be the Little Cup the first week, the second week is going to be the Kanto Cup, and the third week is going to be the Catch Cup. So let's go ahead and get into the Little Cup right now. All right, and this is an infographic I got off of Reddit, so I'll leave a link to that in the description below. But basically the Little Cup is Pokemon under 500 CP that have an evolutionary form but are a first stage evolution. So nothing that is evolved, but it must have an evolved form. All right, so the basic meta of this cup is going to be right here on the left: Bronzor, Dino, I don't know how to pronounce that, Wynot, and Cottony. So the first thing to look at is this is the Pokemon to beat in this cup. Confusion's just so strong, and Bronzor has really good typing. So the first thing you would think in a cup like this is all the defenses are super low. Fast attacks are going to be doing a crazy amount of damage. So the first thing you're looking for is those Dragon Breath Pokemon, Razor Leaf Pokemon, Charm Pokemon, and that's going to be right here. Dragon Breath, that's why Dino's going to be so strong, and then Razor Leaf from Cottony, but Cottony also has Charm, which probably will actually end up being used the most, and then also Pokemon that basically get to level 40 under 500, and that's going to be right here with Wynot. I believe this gets to also like 38, so I'm not too familiar with the max levels of these Pokemon, but you can also check out on pvpoke.com, and they have the best Pokemon to be using for this cup already up there. So yeah, I think you're going to see day one, the team's definitely going to be just these three: Dino, Bronzor, and Charm, Cottony. So if you want to try to beat this meta, personally, I'm going to be using whatever I already have near 500. I'm definitely not going to be using as much dust on these three cups because since there is no ELO, you just need a certain number of wins, and I'm assuming it's going to be pretty low, and that you're going to pretty much get there if you try a decent amount. All right. That's pretty much all you need to know for the Little Cup. I do think some fire types are going to have some play. The problem is fire types are very attack weighted, so the defenses are really bad. So I think there's Charukama, or the unevolved form of that. I don't know the name of it. And then Vulpix. And they do beat the grasses pretty well, but they actually don't beat Bronzor still, just because Bronzor is so tanky. But yeah, you might see some of that. Let's go ahead and get into now the Kanto Cup. So on first look, Hypno is insane in the Kanto Cup because there really wasn't a steel typing in Gen 1. They did add it to Magneton later, or Magnezone. No. Yeah, Magneton. And but Magneton is really squishy as it is, so that might not be the best Pokemon to be using here. Also, there were no dark types, and the ghost types are actually super weak to confusion. So that would be Haunter and Gengar, since they have that poison typing. So Hypno is going to be really good, but one thing I didn't notice, and you can see here on PvPoke, which is what this website is, the Alolan are allowed to be in this cup, since they share the Pokedex number of the Gen 1 Kanto Pokemon. So I think that in this cup, Alolan, Muck, and Hypno are going to be very good, possibly even paired together. And I actually really like a Snorlax safe swap. Also, Dugong obviously is going to be really good. And I think that Wigglytuff is going to be very good as well. There aren't a lot of things that are going to be pressuring it, and that charm damage is really going to get through a lot. So there's about 4 or 5 Pokemon that could be really good here. So we'll see how this meta shakes out. And then the last one, let's go over the Catch Cup. Of course, it's not on this list because it's the same as Open League. So if you somehow catch an Azumarill, you're going to be doing insane. So one thing I should bring up is that someone on Twitter mentioned that if you already have research, you can save the research rewards for the catch of the Pokemon. And if you have an Azumarill in there and you catch it during Season 3, then you can actually use that for the Catch Cup. And in fact, I should say what the Catch Cup is. It's any Pokemon you catch during Season 5. Sorry, not 3. Any Pokemon you catch in Season 5 is eligible for the Catch Cup, which is going to be the 3rd and last week of Season 5. And you can use those Pokemon in battle. So in theory, this is a really interesting and cool format, but I think in practice it's actually really bad for the time that we're living in right now. I know that I don't go out very often at all because of COVID. And so this is going to be giving a lot of people an advantage who do go out, or people who've saved their catch encounters and have an Azumarill in their stack of catches. And yeah, I think you're going to see an insanely... Their point was to sort of bring the gap down between players that already have everything and players that don't have anything. But I think there's going to be even more of a gap than before, because now you have a lot of people that can't go out. And I'm not even talking like... I'm talking about like in some other countries where you're actually not allowed to go outside. Like you must be in lockdown unless you have an essential reason, and Pokemon Go is not an essential reason. There's going to be such a huge gap. Like at my house, there's like 1-2 spawn points, and I don't have a gym, I don't have a stop, and I'm just not going to get very good Pokemon. I mean, hopefully the raids, maybe, I don't know. But this would have been an interesting cup, but I think this is a weird call for them to make, given the time that we're living in now. But yeah, everything in Open Great League is going to be just as good as before. I think some things to look out for will be the rocket balloons that come by every 3 hours, because if you get something like a Shadow Skarmory, that's going to be really good. I haven't even gotten a Shadow Skarmory at all yet, but you know what I mean. There's going to be some single move Shadow Pokemon that you could use and really do pretty decent in an open Great League with people with much less good Pokemon. Scrafty's actually up there too, and Scrafty's a GBL reward, but I wonder how those rewards work in Season 5. They haven't announced exactly how that works, since this season isn't ELO based and it's only win based. All right, so those are going to be the 3 cups for Season 5. It's going to be all Great League, like I mentioned before. I'll leave a link to pvpoke.com, so if you haven't used it before, definitely use it. It gives you all the Pokemon that probably are going to be meta at the top, and then you can choose counters based on that. I'll also leave a link to the Little Cup infographic, as well as Niantic's update, so you can read it yourself if you want to. All right, short video, but thanks for coming by, and I hope this helps for Season 5. We'll see.